Hello everyone, I'm Never Doubt. Welcome to my channel. This is week 26 of the weekly comic, and the week 26 of the weekly comic is a bit lagged. We are doing the Thanksgiving comic, and actually by the time this comes out, it might actually be American Thanksgiving, so maybe this will work out perfectly. Great. Happy Thanksgiving, Americans. Great. Canadians already had it, like in October. We do it before Halloween, because that's when we harvest crops, I guess. Maybe you guys are a bit later because you're more south. Makes sense, I guess. Or you're harvesting your pineapples or something. I don't know what goes on in the tropics, which is where you are. Except for you in Alaska. Well, no, Alaska should really be Canada. Why do you have a disconnected part of your country? Give it to us. It messes up our whole maps. When we're coloring it, it's like, stop here on the left. That's not ours. Just don't color that. And the kids are all like, why? It's clearly part of our landmass. Shouldn't it? Isn't this ours? Like who? Anyways, whatever. We're not bitter. We don't want that weird little bit off to the side. You can have it. It's got all the best polar bears, I know, but whatever. What are we going to do? This comic focuses on the core values of Thanksgiving, which is time travel, obviously. I wanted to do a sort of a retrospective. I don't know. It's a bit tricky to think, how do we recognize Thanksgiving? Because one of the key points of Thanksgiving is, of course, colonization, which is sticky topic, actually. So I kind of wanted to bring in a bit of the aspect of the average indigenous people and sort of highlight that a bit. So not just show that it's like, hey, here's all the colonists invading your territory. Haha, funny. No. Now in this Never fictional world, I'm hoping that the arrival of the octopi people was more harmonious than what happened in our world. So in here, they got along decently. Maybe they had some disagreements, but they have currently in modern day era, they're all work today. And octopus people are still in the vast minority in the Never world. So now, vegetable people are all types and sizes, and there's actually immigrants of the vegetable sort. For instance, the bok choy is a recent arrival in the carrot part of the world. So that's what the last panel is showing, or the second last panel. The arrival of the very multitude of peoples or vegetables from all different produce from all over the world, living in harmony, which is what I kind of want and hope for in Canada. I really wish that we could, well, I don't know if integrated is the right word, but I would certainly like to have more people of different types in my life. I would like to have more friends that are from different backgrounds. I always love that. I'm addicted to people of different backgrounds. I don't like people that are too close to me. Maybe because I'm afraid of my reflection in the mirror, something like that. But I love differences. So if you're different than me, you're amazing. If you're the same as me, maybe we're soulmates or something. I don't know. Good connections either way. But yes, I like celebrating differences, and this comic is sort of trying to hit on that as best I can. It is tricky because I'm not indigenous, so I can't lay any claims to that. So all I can do is speak from my perspective, which is growing up in Canada and not really knowing anything until I got a lot older, and then being told everything. And I think, yeah, we should teach our kids what happened in our country so that we can not repeat it and make amends, because we have a lot of work to do. So this one, we've got, I needed to make something clear. The octopus you see in the earlier panels is not Gerald. This is a flashback. So I had to make sure, because like physically they look identical. So you've got to use color to your advantage. So we're going to color the oldie time Gerald differently with a different purple. He's more bluey. Yeah, I had to change it because I don't want you guys confusing this with Gerald. Gerald was not around in the early 1600s or whatever, whenever they arrived. I don't know. Apparently they had modern housing architecture technology already. So that's great. And the gag here in this comic is that they are flipping through historical slides. But where did you get these photos? Well, We're taking them right now. We're on a field trip into the past with our time bubble, and oops, we don't even care if people see us. So this is another reflection of the carelessness of the dinosaur people, the saurians. They don't really care if they interrupt and mess up the timeline. They're like, well, the past is there for a reason, right? It's not just to be preserved. We're going to go mess with it and do whatever we want. It's not like if you step on a butterfly, it changes the whole future. I mean, it changes somebody else's future, but it's not my future, so who cares? You know, multi-parallel whatevers. I don't know if that's a chocolate bar or a Nintendo Wii with Switch. No, I don't know. It was originally intended to be a DS, because when the octopi arrived, they offered the carrot people a DS. That was their original cultural exchange. And it was great. I don't know what the carrots gave them in return. Better eyesight? I mean, I'm sure they didn't eat them. I have an early comic where they were eating the carrots. That is not canon. I have to delete that because they don't go around eating sentient people. It's frowned on behavior. If you have a talking anything in your house, don't eat it. Just don't eat it. I just highly recommend don't eat it. In this thing, we've got a technology bit. I like drawing technological boobobs. I don't know that I'm great at it, but I follow Jake Parker? He's a really good artist of wiggly wobbly doodly dads. And those are, I wish I could summon up the parts in my head, the construction-y robotic parts in my head, because I just love drawing roboty things. Not good at it. So I gotta spend more time on it. If I want to get good at something, I gotta practice and I gotta fail. Failing is critical to becoming good at anything. And you gotta fail if you want to be good at anything. So I became a master artist of carrots by constantly drawing the little carroty bits. And now I have this amazing talent for drawing a carrot that takes like upwards of 5 strokes with my pen. Pen? Is it pen? Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, very happy with that. I'm still using my amazing grass brush that I made myself. Very proud of it. Use it a lot. I should probably make more variant grass brushes so you guys don't pick up on the fact that that's always the same brush. Get a lot of mileage out of that. Look into Krita's Stampy brush. It's actually pretty neat. You can have a brush that spews out a bunch of variants just by having multi-layers. You have a little file, that's your brush. Make all the different layers of the different poses of the little splatter brushes things, grass blades, whatever. And then you just make something called an animated brush, and it'll just grab all of the layers that you've done. Follow tutorial on the internet. I don't have time in this video to explain it all, but that's how you get the things, and that's how I do the leaves and stuff. It's very useful, very flexible. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you've learned some techniques of whatever I just talked about, and see you guys next time. Bye!